your sun. Good morning, heartache. I thought I left you last night. I wake up in the night, my toss and turn. Good morning, heartache. What's new? I don't know about that Billie Holiday. You remember the movie Lady Sings the Blues? If my baby ain't got no money, and I say, here, take all mine, honey. Ain't nobody's business if I do. Boom, boom, I ain't gon' call no copper if I get beat up by my papa. Ain't nobody's business if I do. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business if I do. I don't know about that. Those are blues of 1930s, 1940s. And now we got cheating in the next room. Don't jump my pony, you can't ride. See how it's just changed? But anyway, welcome to my morning live chat. This is September 14th. I'm getting my stroll on. I don't know why it's been like, to me, it's like been a long weekend. It's when you always have a lot on your mind. It seems to stretch out every minute, every second, every hour. Man, it's Monday. We're moving into the fall, and the pandemic is still upon us. What's up? What's up? And those of you who listen to this playback later, just thought I'd throw this morning chat in on you. At first I was thinking, man, I don't want to do a chat this morning. Chris Moore, what's up? Chrisman, what's up, man? Thank you, man, for your support on Friday. I appreciate it, man. And when you always have stuff on your mind, you have to either write it out or talk it out, and I tend to balance between both spectrums, because a lot of stuff I've put on paper. There's also a lot of stuff I just like to share with y'all. Sometimes I talk about it, then I write the same thing down, but I know that there are people, everyone has not heard everything I've said, and everyone has not read everything I've ever written. So I just try to keep them both going, and it helps to keep me balanced. And I also have to admit that I behaved badly this weekend as it relates to my eating. Had fried chicken breasts on Saturday with mashed potatoes with as much butter as I wanted in them. And I think that's probably why I'm so sluggish. I ate that food yesterday. And Friday night, no, Saturday, what is it, Saturday? So it had to be, Saturday. I snuck out the house again when nobody's looking, and met her with a partner in crime, and had a couple of beers, but I didn't eat that much food, though. I ate just a light appetizer. So again, y'all, I am a work in progress. I'm not preaching perfection, just encouraging practice. Somebody say, man. And I am open to admit when I have slipped and even fallen. Oh, glory. And I still have some left over. I may finish it. And also, what I know I should not be doing, but I can't stop eating cereal. Even though I buy Lactaid because I'm lactose intolerant, the African body should not be consuming this damn milk, pasteurized or unpasteurized. And as soon as I drink milk, it goes straight to my head. After I've enjoyed my Frosted Rice Krispies or my Banana Nut Crunch, or even my Fruity Pebbles, or something, no cereal, sugar, I pay for it. Trust me, my body says, okay, you enjoyed the 15 minutes or 20 minutes it took you to eat those 2 bowls while you're watching your Ion TV, but goddamn it, you're gonna pay for it in the morning, and that's what's going on. So now I can feel probably the blood pressure is spiked up a little, and from the food from yesterday and probably the stuff from Friday. So you just have to be careful. But anyway, I'm back on it today. So get everything back to normal, and may even throw the rest of those mashed potatoes out. But I'm gonna do something different with the fried chicken breast. So you just can't throw the fried chicken breast out. But anyway, so if you came on, you know my topics. Those of you who will check this out later, I have 4 topics. I'm gonna run through them. I'm not gonna hold y'all morning, but I'll start from the bottom and work my way up. I'll name them from the bottom. I think my last one at the bottom is black men. You can't hate Donald Trump but love the NFL teams as owners. Up from that is the NFL teams need to be booed. Then up from that is Andrew Gillum. Y'all know the black guy who ran for governor of Florida, lost by 3 people. But then it was found bucket naked with a white male prostitute and another guy. All in the throw up with the anal numbing cream and the crystal meth pipe and all the dope and all that stuff going on, and he laying naked in his vomit and all that. Well, he's going to be on the Tamara Hall show probably today or whatever, or tomorrow, whenever her season opens. But he's already admitted and said that Andrew Gillum says that I identify as bisexual and not gay. We'll get back to that. Hold on to your horses. And the first thing I want to talk about is, hey y'all, my book, my short story is ready. I talked about it on my live on Friday. I put it out last night on my YouTube, on my Facebook pages. And basically this short story is entitled "The Greatest Pain I've Ever Felt." It is really the title of a chapter in my actual book that has about 5 or 6 chapters in it that I wrote probably back in 97 or 98 during the middle of my clinical depression. When I graduated from Grambling, I knew something was wrong. When I graduated in 96 with my master's degree, I remember walking across the stage and snatching my degree from President Hicks. He didn't like me and I didn't like his ass either. He didn't even shake my hand, but that's a whole nother story. What president doesn't shake the hands of the students? Now, we had about 400 folks to graduate, something like that. But I was the only one out of all those students whose hand he did not shake, but that's a whole story behind all of that. So I snatched my degree and walked my ass off stage. But then it was just, it was what it was. I remember feeling extremely tired when I walked off the stage. And like a heavy weight, just like an elephant, just landed on my shoulders. It's like I was just exhausted. And this was in May, like May 19th of 96. And I remember my folks was down. We had a little eating and celebration and stuff at my little house off campus. And then after they left, it was just me and my stuff and me deciding what I was going to do next. And those 2 weeks I spent of closing up the house and packing. And by May 30th, or later than June 1st, I was back home. And as I was traveling home, I realized that school of all those years had served as a distraction for me. Those of you remember, in all the activities I was involved in, even though I'm not discounting or playing down the activities that I was involved in, the speaking out, the writing in the Grambling Night, the writing of the newsletter and distribution of the newsletter, in my opinion, by Rico Rivers, and all of the experiences that came with that. I realized that that experience was it was a distraction for what was really going on. It was a great distraction for me. But when I graduated, school was no longer a distraction. Everything and all the memories, all of the stuff I suppressed from childhood and growing up in the situation I came up in Well, Mary Max, hey sweetheart, what's up? It all came tumbling back, and came home, worked a couple of jobs, just excited about them, but not so excited about them. But you know what? I was already drinking in school. It was a college thing, but drinking became what I did after I graduated in '96 with my master's degree. And I would be drunk from Wednesday night to Saturday morning. I went out to a club. I always knew what the clubs were. So from '96 to probably 2003, you both were drunk and wilding out, clubbing and shit, just, behaving recklessly. And all that comes with it. So, but the short story came about because during that period, I was just wondering, why am I waking up in the middle of the day at 12 o'clock with tears in my eyes all the time? And why am I always so tired? Why do I feel like I don't want to really do anything? Why do I feel so sad? Because I end up going right back home for the beginning of it, the very house I grew up in. And it seemed to compound everything that was going on. Going right back, as I say, to the scene of the crime. And I remember waking up one day, about 12 o'clock, wiping my eyes and just to understand where the tears were coming from. I said, I just spent 2 years in a graduate program talking about mental health, substance abuse, and one thing that was always suggested, what you would do with your clients, if you had a client that was hurting or dealing with depression or whatever, we would suggest journaling your feelings. Every other counselor suggests journaling your feelings, so I said, well, let me journal my feelings. And that's what I did. I just started journaling my feelings. And it's the most interesting, it was the most interesting process. It turned out to be a powerful process because I had no idea what I could remember. It turned out, for me, I had no idea that when I started journaling, I was going to go right back just before I started first grade at 7. The year before first grade. And then I worked my way all the way up to 17 years old. All of the stuff that I experienced and all the things, that permeated through my mind as a kid, and all the violence and the yelling and the drinking and the cursing and police call to the house, and and I talk about in my book, not this short story, but I'm just getting to that's the overall book about basically how I grew up and a lot of things that I suppressed and made me feel some type of way. But you go off to school, or you go off to the military, or you get your corporate job, or whatever it is, you accomplish your professional economic goals, as if those things will be the perfect remedy for what ails you. And it's not true. They are great masks and cover-ups until you have that conversation about what's really going on. And so I started my first chapter. It's called JB. I talk about when I was physically assaulted as a little kid at 6 years old by what we call as the crazy man. Well, right now, as a professional, I know is schizophrenic. I used to see him punching himself in the face, and then it would scare me a little bit. But kids in the hood, we ain't scared about too much. We like, oh man, that man crazy. Everybody around me thought it was funny and was laughing, but I would look, but then I would always like, there's something wrong with that. He would punch himself in the face and say, how come you didn't catch that bird? How come you let that bird get away then? Bow. And so me being a little kid, that would throw me off. Well, one day, I'm coming home from the corner store like always, a little kid, and I noticed all the children, my neighborhood friends, including my brother, they were all laughing with messing with JB, because if you mess with him, he would chase you, and that was the fun part about it, according to how kids behave. So I was just coming around the corner, mind my own business. We got a little fresh bag of candy and a little brown paper bag, and next thing I know, I looked dead at my brother. Unbeknownst to me, they had been, meddling the dude, as they say, meddling the dude. And I walk around the corner, I remember my brother yelling and saying, "Rico, look out." And I remember looking dead in his eyes. And that's the last thing I remember. And so next thing I remember was being walked home and crying, my mouth bleeding, and all of that kind of stuff. When people told me that he had, when I was little, he had taken the back of his hand and smacked me in the back of the head, and I went face first into the cement, which caused a lot of damage. So I didn't know what happened, but the kids like, "Oh my God, and then somebody said he kicked me. I don't know, that was the running joke, but I don't know why that was funny, but hood kids are kids, they're stupid, and that's what kids do. And so anyway, talking about that, and among other things, that was the beginning, and I had no idea I had 135 pages of me journaling in me. That's the point I'm making. 135 pages, which turned into, then it was a 12 chapter manuscript, and I've broken it down and stuff, and eventually I did end up, after the drinking and stuff and running my car off the road drunk, that time in 2000, I think 99 or 2000, I went and had a conversation with a lady, paid her, and she recorded the session. And I still have it. I have never listened to that recorded session since 2000. I think 2001 I still have it. It's on cassette tapes, 2 cassette tapes, and I still have it. I've never listened to them. I just have them wrapped up, and they got a little aging dust on them, but I just still, and wherever I've gone, I've brought those tapes with me. So I'll maybe one day get the courage to listen to me in 99, 2000 to 29, what's that, 29 to 30-year-old me, to what was going on. But the chapter that took up a large portion of the book was the one I'm sharing with you all. It's called "The Greatest Pain Ever Felt." The conversation with an absent father who never wanted to be found. And that in itself, it took me a whole lot of places. And so the chapter was so long that I decided to extract it from the manuscript and make it its own short story. And so that the 40-page short story that I'm sharing with you guys is what that's about. That was like the second chapter of the book, The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. And it is when you find out at age 22 years old that the guy who you thought was your dad is not your dad. But also at the same time, not only did I feel stupid and feel lied to and betrayed, but I also felt a sense of relief, because the guy that the whole family told me was my real dad was just shit, was just a piece of shit. And so I was really happy that I was in no way related to this cat. I said, "Damn, Mom, you couldn't do no better. That shit." But then again, when you're dealing with teenagers, young people and teenagers, they do stuff. And so that's what I'm talking about. I was on Gramblin's campus when this all popped off. So that chapter has a heavy Grambling connection to it. Shout out to my man Patrick Cooper, who, when the night I found out, I was walking home in a daze from the infirmary on Gramblin's campus. And Patrick pulled up in his little black truck, flatbed black truck, and it was probably like 11 o'clock or something, 10:30, 11 o'clock. He's riding across campus. "Hey, man, what you doing?" I said, "Oh, no, man." He said, "Hey, you want to ride?" I said, "Okay." I jumped in, just kind of sat there, just kind of stared at the floor. I think he was talking to me, asking me questions. I said, "What's going on, man?" I just wasn't in the mood at that moment, I guess, because I had just gotten the news from my aunt on the phone, who let it slip out by accident, because she was just talking. And so everything was really raw and open, because she's we were talking on the phone. I snuck in one of the rooms in the infirmary. I used to do my work study there at night. and I would go and sneak on the phone to one of the officers and make long distance calls, like, and my aunt and stuff in Dallas then. And so we were just talking about my niece who's now 30 or turning 30. Well, I was like, yeah, you know, Sneaker looks just like my sister when she was a baby. And she's like, uh-huh, because you look just like Daryl when you were a baby. I like, Daryl, who the fuck? Who is that? And then there's a silence, awkward silence on the phone. And my aunt said, boy, your mama ain't told you yet? I was like, told me what? Child. Well, I said, well, who is this Daryl guy? Who is it? Because I always thought the other guy, Tyrone, I'm just throwing the names out there, was my dad all this time. I said, Child, no, it's Daryl. I'm like, what? Come on. And so we tried to continue the conversation as if nothing was said, but, I just let her off the hook and said, well, hey, Pat, I have to finish up because I think my supervisor's coming or something like that. And I got her, she said, all right, baby, I'm going to talk to you. So, all right, Pat, good talking to you. And I clocked out and walked home in a daze, and then Pat picks me up, offers me a ride to my place off campus, and he's like, what's going on? I just told him, and I was telling him what just happened and all that, and the tears started rolling down my face as I was talking. He said, oh, man. I think it took him off guard, because, I'm Rico. Nobody knows me as that person to show that. So he was sitting silent, but he's like, he said, it's going to be all right, man. Well, he said, wow, man, you didn't know? I just remembered the conversation. I said, no, man. And so he was like, he made it to the house. And so he dropped me off. He said, man, you be cool, man. Take care, bro. I said, all right, man. Get out the car, wipe my face. Went in the house, just lay on the bed, and just cried from that night all the way to the morning. I remember getting up and going to Gray's Insurance, the bus station on Grambling campus, buying a bus ticket, and left that morning, that afternoon, that first bus. This happened like on a Tuesday night, so that Wednesday, I just said, fuck the rest of the school week. I went home because I needed answers from Mom about this shit. I'd already called her, and she was highly upset. Not upset that what was she upset about that? Oh yeah, my aunt told it. She mad? Yeah, she's upset that my aunt let the cat out the bag. So that's the story, among other things that happened. I even tried to get in contact with the brother. I'm skipping stuff, and but he had no intentions to ever want to meet me and none of that. And so he what was this? He had no intentions of ever wanting to meet, and yeah, never. He didn't want me to meet any half brothers and sisters that I had. He didn't want me to meet anybody. But he'll talk to me on the phone. That's in the book. I broke down all of the call logs. We never spoke more than 3 minutes. And it was just me listening to him, or me trying to take it easy because I was really anxious to hear what was up with this cat and all of that. But I'll just say, when I finally just got worked up the nerve to look his address up and all of that stuff, and showed up on Christmas Day, 2008, 4:30 p.m. on his porch. He came to the door, and I looked at him because when I first called him years prior to that, because I called him, I found out about him at 22. I got a number for him around that time where he worked, but I didn't call him until I was like 26 or 27. I don't know what, because he had sent word back to my mom's friend who worked with him that I don't have a son, and my wife now doesn't know that I had a child before I met her. So he said he didn't want to meet because his new wife at that time don't know anything about his past and all of that. So I just let it go. But then it just came back up when about 4 years later, and I decided to look it up again. And this time I was able to get a number, and I called his office. He picked up, and when he picked up, said, hello, this is Darrell. And I laid the phone down because I couldn't believe it that was my voice on the other end. And he's like, hello? Hello? Then I snapped out of it, picked up like, hey, this is Rico. Oh, hey, my mother, such and such. Oh, hey, yeah, hey, oh, hey. Like, he was like, oh, yeah, by the way, she kind of shit. And so that pretty much was the tone of our interactions. It was like I was, quote unquote, bothering him. And who are you? That kind of shit went on all the time. And so I ended up, during our conversation over those few years, and we never met, he said, I would ask him and say, hey, think we can meet sometime? No, I don't think that'll be a good idea. I said, no. He said, no, I think I will let fate handle that. Yeah, he did. He talked with a real kind of stuffy, stuck-up attitude. And so and then he told me he always bragged about having 2 older daughters from his first marriage. And I said, oh, it's interesting because you and I have never met or never been in the same place, but I have a master's degree and 2 undergrad degrees. It's interesting. I guess that's genetics. I guess kids go off and pursue higher education. Yes, I have 2 younger sons. They were 6 and 8 at that time, and so maybe I can meet them. No, I don't think that'll be a good idea. We'll let fate handle that. He would always say, we'll let fate handle that. And so that went on. And so then I'm skipping, so to the day that I decided to, so I'm like, damn all that. Now, this time it's got to be 2008. I'm 39, about to turn 40. I don't want to take this feeling and all this stuff into my 40s. So I looked up his address and found 5 addresses. I didn't know which one was which. I told my brother Eric, I said, hey man, come ride with me. This is on Christmas Day, y'all, 2008. We had left my sister's house. She had Christmas and stuff at her place that year. And so we was like, I told my brother, I said, come on man, let's go and look at all these addresses. And so we got in my truck and I pulled out the list. I said, let's go to this one. He said, no, that's way out there. Let's go to this one. This is close. I said, we'll go to the top of the list. So the top of the list is way out in the suburbs of Memphis, outside. And so we went up there. We're going to work from that list all the way down until we knocked on this door. Went out there, and a 2-story house, very nice. Windows open, curtains pulled back. Happy holidays, snowman right there and shit. Walked up to the door. This neighborhood, all these big cribs. Walked up to the door, rang the doorbell, the longest doorbell ring in my life, because, you're nervous and all that. It just sounded in my head like, bloom, bloom. But it actually was just blue, bloom, but in my head, So, and adrenaline started rushing, boom, boom. And then I don't know if I pressed it again or I just waited, and then I was about to turn my body and say, okay, man, this night. And next thing you know, you hear the cracking of the door and the key unlocking stuff, and all of a sudden, I see this hand push the door open. I said, damn, that's my hand. And then the rest of my body came from behind that damn door. And I'm like, man, well, I assume my body. So I said, well, damn. I stood back, and by this way, I wasn't on the porch. I backed back. And I looked back at my brother, and I just said, hey, man, you see this shit? I'm looking like I'm looking in the mirror. And my brother came from around me and said, hey, what's up? My name is Eric. He said, oh, hello, Eric. I said, hey, Daryl, I'm Rico. Oh, hi, Rico. Oh, yeah. So his first question out of his mouth was, so, how'd you find me? How'd you find my address? I said, well, Google Maps, MapQuest, shit like that. He said, oh, okay, well, I have to give you an A for effort because I've worked aggressively over the years to prevent you from ever finding me. That was the beginning of this 2.5 hour conversation that we had. About, hold on a minute. He stood on the porch, and I stood on the invited me onto the porch. So if those of you who are wondering, did he invite you in the house? No, he did not. I had to be invited on the porch first. So, and he said some weird stuff. I'm not going to go through all of that. And back and forth. There's some surprises happened during that meeting. And, but I will say this. And, and my brother's like, man. So, I said, hey, so this your first wife, second wife? This is my second wife. I said, so where is she? I don't hear anything. Where's everybody? It's Christmas. Where's the energy? Where's moving rain? So, my daughters didn't come down from California, and my son is upstairs. Now I thought he had two. It was only one there that day for some reason. I said, oh really? He's upstairs? He said, yeah. I said, do you think you can bring him down and maybe we can meet? No. That wouldn't be a good idea. Well, we'll just let fate handle that. Oh, yeah. And so, my brother like, come on, bro, we have to go. I told my brother, no, I can't, man. I've been prepared. You know how people say God prepares you for particular battles and particular... I wasn't bothered. I wasn't moved. Because I knew I was talking to a crazy man. I knew I was talking to a nut job. Some just a closed off dude in denial. Tony Davidson, what's up, my friend? We got the vibe, bro. And so I knew this. And so I said, where's your wife? He said, well, she's standing behind me, behind the door, listening. And so next thing you know, the wife opens the door and comes out. She had on like her little duster and a nightgown up under the... No, just, it was Christmas, so she's chilling. And so she opened the door. I said, hey, ma'am, how are you? My name is Rico. I just came up here today to meet my dad, who I've never met before in my whole life. She said, oh, I understand. I know you have to do what you have to do. And that's how she sounded, real soft and meek and mild. Okay, I understand. And so he says to her, he looks back at her and says, hon, I don't know if we've ever had this discussion. And she quickly says, no, we've never talked about this. And so he said, well, I was young and I had a son, and here he is. Here he is. I like, how you doing, ma'am? And so she went on, she stepped back. She said, okay, it was nice meeting you. I said, nice meeting you too, ma'am. You enjoy your Christmas. And so she left. As he continued to talk as if he was trying to lecture me. That's what he did. He was trying to lecture me. Like he was just highly intellectual. I just looked at him and shook my head and said, what a borderline personality, narcissistic jackass. But he continued to, his arm was always folded as he was talking to me with this grimace on his face. Nothing welcoming whatsoever. He didn't want to give me the slightest inkling that you are welcomed here, which is fine. I understood all of that. I'm just trying to see who the cat is so I can get some idea of what other half of me or a lot of part of me came from. That's why we talk so hard about the importance of fathers being in children's lives, because we have to kill the narrative that all that we are, because you raised by a single mother, everything about you comes from her. That's untrue. And this was the prime example. Untrue. But I'm glad a lot of my mom's genes came in and blended in. I'll be worse than what some folks believe that I am. If y'all met this mother lover, woo! That's a shit. Mom did me a favor in the gene department. Man. But, as it relates to humanity and kindness and all of that stuff. Whew. But anyway, she left. And so he went on to, I guess, continue to lecture me about whatever. And we were having it back and forth, but he thought he had something to say about everything I said. So, next thing I know, not less than 5 minutes later, the door opens up again and she brings the son out. And we got to know each other. He's 18 years old at this time, and we said hello and all of that and blah, 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 blah. And so I guess we were getting along, visiting too well for the both of them, because next thing you know, they tell this 18-year-old boy, oh, I see you standing outside, son, with no socks, with no shoes on. You only have your socks on. It's cold out there. He's going to say, yes, son, it's cold out. You might want to step back in. So the mama ushered this grown 18-year-old Back in the house. Okay. So I said, wow, fate happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? He didn't find nothing humorous about that statement at all. Well, so that's just, well, as you read, I talk about a whole lot of stuff. But my question is, to anybody out there, you know, because this happened in 2008, and here it is, 2020. I've not heard a word of peep, you know, in a sense, from anybody. I even sent that son a Facebook request. It sat unanswered for over about a year. I just took it off. I mean, I took it off after about a year, so yeah, after I sent it. And come to find out, yet another son. So it's insane. Yep, that story and much more. I'm just giving y'all just some pieces of it. Probably like, wow, this motherfucker did. Yeah, he did that, y'all. I'm not making shit up. And so, but my question's always been, I said, well, how can, you know, about the mom, you know, the second wife, the mom. I said, can anybody in here, do you think anybody could come to your house on Christmas Day or Valentine's Day, Easter, or hell, Monday morning before work and say, hey, and tell you that your daddy is my daddy, your daddy is my daddy, and they be left at that? I don't know what he said to them after he ushered me off his porch or off his walkway, whatever he said to them, but I ain't heard a peep of nobody. I said, oh, he had a tight rein on those folks because nobody said a word. And so what kind of person is that will allow something like that to happen? Would you get on the phone and call them back? 'Cause you know how women, if anything, man, will be talking. And I said, even that brother. I'm like, well, even that son. Because, hell, we can't even, we see some shit happen in the street, be all over the neighborhood. Yeah, you know this, that, and the other. So I've always wondered about that. How does that happen? Yeah, so you have somebody come up here sounding like your daddy, looking like him in a sense, but more sounding like him. Almost like I call it the Denzel Washington, Denzel Washington's son, John Paul, what's John Washington? His son, he has his mother's face, but has Denzel Washington's voice and his body mannerism and stuff. That's pretty much how I am with this cat. You know, I think I have like a blend between his face and my mother's face, but his voice and all that, that's me. And so, but I don't know. If you want to ask, well, has there been a blood test? No. And it'd be great to go ahead and solidify it, but a lot of times you pretty much can tell. Well, that's why I'm real big on blood tests. You know, let's get this thing so it have to be a guessing game. But I know it can look just like him. But Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, has taught us, he got his ears, he got his nose, he got this. You are not the father. So, you know. But anyway, that, when I just always wondered, I like, how does that news not get around that some 39-year-old man just shows up on y'all porch on a Christmas Day, and nobody in the family, nobody like looked him up or heard him, nothing. There's something to that. There's something to that. Of all that went on, I was like, well, how come the wife didn't tell, the son didn't mention it to his brother? Because somebody would have reached out to somebody. I'm thinking, just to get bigger than this, could anybody come to y'all house, any one of your homes, that claiming to be a half-sibling that your mother or your father never talked about, and then it just be left at that? I'm telling you, man, it's secrecy is something deep. And people, they keep it going. So, just to give y'all a little bit, so I hope those of you who are listening to this, you'll go and check out the book. I have it available in PDF, $10. I think it's a good, according to folks who bought it and read it, sister describes it as powerful, honest, and described me as being brave for telling this story. So I appreciate that. And I hope you get a chance just to get a piece of where I'm coming from or where I've come from and probably help you to understand why I present the way I do as it relates to family and single motherhood and the importance of fathers and expectations. Give you a little insight about who I am, just stuff for anyone who's ever wondered. And also, my story is not a unique story. It happens to so many of us. It has happened to so many in the world, in the country, in the black community. And my thing is healing and getting the black community better. But we have to have those old school expectations brought back. All this screwing around willy-nilly. Again, I don't have a problem with people having sex and all kinds of sex. My thing is, don't reproduce children when you're just around here having fun. That's unfair to the children, because children are their actual responsibility. They're human beings. They have to be molded literally like clay. So whatever you mold that clay into is what the rest of us have to suffer with, or we may get grace and enjoyment and peace from what you put out here as a person who decides to have a child. And the most optimal circumstance would be mother and a father under one roof. And that's what I'll keep pushing. I know it's just old-fashioned and it's antiquated. It's an antiquated ideal, but that's the stuff that keeps people sane and gives you a sense of security. And I know we got all these exceptions to the rule. Well, I grew up with my dad and said and said, it wasn't all that. I grew up with my mom and dad. Y'all kill those fucking noises. Kill those stories. Because y'all know for the most part, children who grow up in a two-parent household with two people who love them, not people who got together because he got her pregnant. Two people who love each other, respect each other. So we have to go back to the actual dating part of this thing and do the shit right. And that's what I'm always, with all that I'm saying, with all the craziness and zaniness that people want to throw out there, or they get out of what I talk about in my lives, that's the one thing I'm pushing. We have to teach the younger generation all this weird-ass, satanic, debaucherous, weird-ass sex that you're having that producing children is out of order. I don't have a problem with you having debaucherous, weird, sexy, just satanic sex. I don't have a problem with that, as long as children aren't reproduced in your bullshit. Because we all have a way in which we approach sex and sexuality. I just don't want children. I just hate it when children are brought in because you're being a thought, or you being a gigolo that can't keep his pants unzipped, or y'all having one night stands, but you had the nerve to get pregnant. See, all that kind of shit needs to stop. That's animal behavior. We're supposed to be way above the intelligence of animals. But it seems like we can't get this sex and sexuality thing together, or when to appropriately reproduce. Having babies while you're poor and living in a ghetto, or while you're drunk, or you in a relationship where he's beating your ass, or she stabbing you in your back as soon as you fall asleep, pouring grits on you. All that kind of mess. Cut it out. So that's the way I may not articulate it the way you want to hear it from the speakers that you prefer to hear, but it's still being articulated in a way that you understand if you have any semblance of intelligence. So let's not minimize what I'm saying because of my delivery of the topic. So anyway, that's the book. Check me out. It's on my Facebook page. What you can do, I have a Cash App and a PayPal on here. Hit your boy with the $10. If you do a Cash App, there's a message. Put your email address so I can email it to you. Or you can email me at, if you're on Facebook, just send your email address in Messenger. Or if you're on YouTube, Rico the Opinionist, send your email address to me in my Facebook or Instagram. Send me a message, send your email address, and I'll send you the Cash App link, and then we'll go back and forth. Once you take care of that payment, I'll email you the PDF file, and I would like for you to read it. So, I think from some folks it's an easy, quick read, even though it's 40 pages. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Okay. Next. The news is already out. Andrew Gillum, the brother that ran for governor, the black dude, the Democratic superstar, the Democratic hopeful. Yeah, it's the second coming of an actual and dark-skinned Barack Obama. Andrew Gillum. Well, y'all know, y'all understand when he got caught up in this situation a couple of years ago, something like that, in the hotel room with the big buff white male prostitute, and some other Mexican dude was on his way to get in on it, but I think by the time he got there, they already used the anal numb cream and the meth and the drink, and I think he had already got bust down by the male prostitute, so he was laying there naked in his throw up, with all kinds of shit. You know, according to the pictures that were shown online, oh, they got down. And so, well, Andrew is a few months back did a little very vague video, I guess, as fresh coming out of rehab, and now he's done an exclusive with Tamron Hall, and but BET and TV1 have reported that he has said, "I identify as bisexual, but not gay." Duh. We knew you was a dookie shooter. We knew you was a sausage swallower, a sword swallower, dick in the boot ass dude. We already knew all of that, Andrew. We already knew you were a Fruity Loops kind of cat. We already knew that, Andrew Gillum. But here's the part that's always interesting, and I guess the LGBTQPPs and pedosexual or pedophiles. He says, "I don't identify as gay." No, he's bisexual. And those of us who have an IQ point at least 70 and above, I guess, we know all of that is gay, 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 gay. Like Herschel Walker's son, gay, 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 gay. Knock, knock, who is that? Knock, knock, who's there? Gay, 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 gay. I think Popeye used to say it when he laughed at Olive Oil's jokes. Gay, 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 just gay, 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 just gay. Come on, Andrew. I mean, if he went to jail, Magic Johnson's son would be putting money on his books. Just gay, 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 gay. Marvin, I'm not gonna do Marvin like that, but just gay. Gay. Come on, Andrew Gillum. Cut it out, bro. You can't minimize gay, 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 gay. And it's y'all dudes, cut it out, bro. Cut it out. You got motherfuckers at Brokeback Mountains looking at you like gay, 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 gay. Well, I tell you, that boy's gay, 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 gay. Damn, just, whew. Andrew Gillum, is too much going on, right? No, you with that, let me tell you something, sir. Look, I keep telling y'all about these cats. These little tightly wound, suit-wearing guys are so proper, and I just want to tell you, as a corporate black man, a Negro, those guys that talk real proper and suit tight, y'all watch them cats. And then also, look at their wives. Look at their wives. That wife he has is not, and I'm not, what's her name, AJ? J-A-I? Look, ma'am, when I saw the wife, and look at him, he's all athletically built, cut, handsome fella, tall, brawny, and she looked like he's doing her a favor. Come on, y'all. And I want y'all to go y'all church this Sunday and start looking around y'all church at these guys, these fellas who you would say the Boris Kojo, Denzel Washington kind of, I guess, handsome guys. And then look at their wives. Yeah, I said it's suspect. Because every man, if he can, based on his income or his swagger, try to pick the baddest baddie, the baddest chick as his wife. No, she's not going to look like that stripper broad that he was out, at the clubs, them little thotty thots at the nightclub. But she's going to be a cutie pie, fine little something. If I was friends with you, I'm like, my God, ooh, his wife on the cute side. That kind, but I'd never go there. That's what I'm talking about. They know his wife, he know he got a fine ass wife. But, but Andrew, AJ, can y'all say beard? I mean, it's so obvious. These dudes don't marry. See, it's either two things. You marry women like that, these old tired, kind of fluffy, matriarchic, fluffy, not so attractive women. So you can do two things. Well, see, they already have low self-esteem. Like, oh my God, everybody gonna see me with this handsome man. They ain't think I can pull this handsome man with my money and my nursing degree or my master's or PhD. They ain't think, yeah, that's why you pulled them. Whew. Cause and also y'all made a deal. Come on, back in college, I saw one scene in that horrible show called Scandal. And remember my girl Mary Max, we always laugh about it. When I guess the woman she was playing, I guess like she was Hillary Clinton, and the young man that she was married to, the much younger man that she was married to, she was cheating on her with this guy, I guess now Cyrus or something. But she found out about it, and she's like, look, I'm trying to move up in this motherfucking political ladder. You can't be out there flaming. And he tells her, you knew who I was. You knew who I was when you saw me walking on the college campus with those boys. You knew who I was. What are you talking about? You know who I am. You know I like swallowing swords. You know I like sitting on bananas. You know who I am. And he said, I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired. I want to flame out. I want to go out where it's raining, man. Whoo, hallelujah. I want to go when it's raining, man. And so she looked at him and he turned his back. And so she looked at, she said, well, damn, he about to break the deal because I'm trying to be the first lady president. And so he's like, you know what? Damn you. And he turns around. She grabs some envelope scissors. No, you're not going to fuck this up for me. Stab, 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 stab. I said, whoa, shit. My man. And so, this is what this shit's about. Andrew Gillum better be careful. You done put the woman on blast. You needed her and she needed you for eye candy. And you needed her as a beard so you can pretend to the world that you didn't like, you know, to get pulled up on your bumper, baby. And with a long black limousine. Woo! Y'all stop this lying, goddammit. Stop this lying. Y'all cut it out. Stop this lying. Stop this lying. Don't make no sense. So, Andrew Gillum says he's bisexual. I guess so. And y'all go back and look at that Sticks and Stones Dave Chappelle. That shit is classic. When he talks about the bisexuals, how they hate the trans and the bees. They call them greedy. They want to hop on both fences, over the fence, just back and forth. They want to double dutch. That kind of shit. So y'all, be careful these folks with these, I call dual personalities or dual appetites. But they out there. Y'all watch these fellas, ladies. And fellas, y'all know who is who. Y'all been over on your man's house, and he, you see his wife, you're like, oh shit, damn, he owned 4 businesses, he got a nice ass ride, beautiful house, and that's his wife. Ew. And don't act like I'm the only one who's ever seen this shit. Whenever I see a dude with an ugly wife, and I don't know him, and he's viewed as, handsome or whatever. When I see his wife, on the grade from A to F, she's like a C minus. That's less than average. There's something else going on there. And yeah, they got kids and shit. They may have 1 or 2. And they hold what they got. Y'all look around these fellas. I'm just saying. And look around these dudes. These wife just look kind of, Woo! So Andrew Gillum tried to fool us like that one was the love. But maybe when they was in college, she's probably a size 6. And she's probably maybe cute or something, nice shape or something, but woo-wee. I said, Andrew, when you was going to the gym, when you told her, like, no, the gym don't accept women, what the fuck did you... And please, ladies, don't give me that. Well, she had 4 kids. Please. Y'all seen these little thoughts around here? These little chicks in the hood have 5 kids, 6 kids, and still dudes are lined up to drop that penis off them bras, because they be bad. So what is that baby doing in the ghetto that Miss Suburbanite act like she can't do in her suburb? So I want to hear that. Well, you know, she had 4 kids. No. I'll take y'all to the hood and y'all see, damn, this is fine. Some nice little waist, nice booty on her. Tits are nice. And then she start yelling, y'all come on here. Them 3 kids come run from the back of the store. I'm like, whoa. We're like, well, she's still fine though. So what is she doing? So let's not run that mess. Now that lady, that lady is not a, So now she's not butt ugly, but she's not really ugly. She just, I'm telling y'all, maybe it's just my spidey senses be tingling. Mary Mack said she will exit the marriage when no one is looking. Andrew will continue to do his thing. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of hot now, but by this time next fall, they will have separated quietly and moved on, and he would have. He said I think when I read the article, he just said to be continued if he continues to run for politics. Well, I don't know how the LGBT really how they accept someone partially coming out. You know, I don't know if they accept it. But they got LGBTQ, so bisexual is part of the alphabet community. But they'd rather for you to say I'm gay than, no, I'm just a little gay. You know, I get a little ding-ding on Saturday nights, but that's it. Well, maybe, okay, some Wednesday mornings at 10. No. No. I think the LGBTQ community wants you to be gay. They want you to be gay. They don't particularly care for that other stuff. And so they don't like that remix in the game. So, but anyway, Andrew Gillum, y'all, he says, I am bisexual and not gay. He said, I identify. See, let's go to that word identify really quickly. And we need to stop in this society, those of us with an IQ point of 70 and above, stop allowing people to say what the fuck they identify with. And let's go back to what religious folks would say, what God created. And number 2, what our biology books told us in the 8th grade. I don't do the identity shit. I don't do the identity shit. It's trash. It's stupid. It's manipulative. It doesn't make sense. But when you have enough money to push your agenda, you have enough resources to push your agenda, you'll have people say, well, I identify. I'm going to say it again. Let y'all know how ridiculous when someone says, I identify as. See, we just like when Caitlyn Jenner brought his big throat, big hand, big elbow having ass, big knees having ass out. I identify as a woman. First of all, Bruce Jenner, cut it out. And so, I identify as a woman. Let's get you in the psychiatrist chair and let's talk about this. And so, because all that gender identity dysmorphia, that was in the DSM-1. And it was taken out, the homosexuality as a mental illness was taken out. So now they get to say all this weird stuff and we're supposed to absorb that shit like it's actual normal. Well, thank God the rest of a lot of us out here who are not afraid to use our own brains. No, we don't buy into that BS. And so, see, I can say all day that now first let me let y'all see. This is why I'm a 51-year-old man. I'm 5'5", I weigh 151 pounds. Chocolate skin, brother. You know, medium build. But I can walk around and say that I identify as a 6'2", 30-year-old man with bustling muscles. Y'all understand? I can identify that. And if you don't identify me as a 6'2" tall, 30-year-old man bustling muscles, I can get offended and say, no, I am 30 years old. Y'all think my ass is crazy. And especially if I try to demand that y'all identify me or view me as that. When y'all talk to me, y'all look up. You don't look me dead in my eye, because I'm not 5'5", I'm 6'2". So you're supposed to look up when you're talking to me. That about right? So all this I identify as. Y'all keep on playing, allowing these people to make a fool out of your brain. I've never made a fool out of my brain. And I'm never going to do that. Or attempted to make a fool out of my brain. And I have 20/20 vision, so that's not going to happen. Now, of course, you say, well, politically and all this, that could destroy you. Well, take me out, I guess. There's some bullshit. And people need to stand up against all these weird-ass ideologies. What is the problem? I mean, people that sitting there, well, he, she, they, or them. These trans and other people want to be called them or they. They don't want to be called him or her. See all that shit? I'm not breaking my English. I'm not going to lower my intelligence to deal with debauchery. I'm not dealing with that abominative bullshit. I'm not doing that. If I see a man with a dress, you're a man with a dress. A man with a wig on is a man with a wig on. Back in the day, they called it a Halloween costume. So now we're making Halloween costumes normalized when it's not Halloween. Come on, people. Work it out. That shit is weird. And they did it as gag things at parties and, in movies. But now we got to walk around this big 6'2", 220-pound motherfucker wearing stilettos and stockings. And so how are you this morning? I'm all right. Lurch from the Allen family. How the fuck you doing? What you doing with the fucking, shit is crazy. But again, I don't have a problem with anybody being them. Here's my issue. You're not going to force me to accept something I know, not just biblically, but in my soul, in my spirit, in my 20/20 vision is off or wrong. I'm not. So give a damn. I don't care about that. I don't care about no people. I got a gay son. I got a gay daughter. Well, there must have been a mishap in the gene pool, or we're eating this damn soy food, or too much beef and pork and all this stuff that's counter active to our natural bodies, or ask your child about who molested them at 4, 5, and 6, 7. We're going to have to get to the other answers. You're born gay. Well, let's see what chemicals is put in the body and fucked up the XX and YY chromosomes. Y'all know there's a lot of the foods we eat that dictates how we develop psychologically and biologically. So watch these damn foods. And every time you mention vegan eating, oh, I don't want that. Well, keep on eating these animals and these chemicals that these companies are putting in this food so it can preserve it on the shelves. How y'all think this stuff lasts so long? Chemicals. That's why Dr. Sabi is always told to stop eating canned foods, because nothing but preservatives and stuff in there that keeps stuff from spoiling. Like when it's so, other than freezing it, what else? What's in that can? What keeps those peas so fresh? Then we absorb it and put it in our bodies. We give it to our little kids. Give them fried chicken and stuff like that. Wonder why they 4 years old but weigh 100 pounds. Isn't that crazy? So it's the food that's messing up our DNA, our YY and XX chromosomes, okay? So, shout out to Andrew Gillum, and he's gonna be all right. 'Cause I think they may let him slide. Hell, I know a lot of women are, because our women seem to promote homosexuality really badly. Then they have a problem with down low guys. It's the weirdest damn contradiction. And speaking of contradictions, hey guys, black men, hello, black men. Yeah, come here. Hold on a minute. What did I do? Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. I did some crazy shit. Okay. All right. Sorry. So, anyway, black men is the other topic. It's weird when I hear those of you who say this have all these old, messed up things to say about Trump. Fuck Trump. He's this. He's stupid. He's an asshole. Orange man on office and all blah, blah, blah. Y'all hate Trump, but I can't keep now one of you Negroes from away from the TV watching damn NFL games. I can't keep none of you. Yeah, on Facebook now talking about the damn games. I said, wait a minute. Y'all are aware that 85% of the owners have donated, when I heard Mary Mack said true, $13 million to his campaign. And they're NFL players, white ones, who like Trump. So I don't understand. How y'all say, well, fuck Trump, but yeah, go 49ers. When the owner of 49ers is a Trump supporter. Y'all come on, man. Y'all cut it out. Don't get upset with me. I'm just pointing out the pink elephant in the black male living room. It's weird. So y'all take your pick. It's almost like the argument with R. Kelly. See, I didn't care for R. Kelly when the stuff came out, and guess what? I didn't listen to his music. But there was so many black folks, R. Kelly's a pedophile. He rapes our little girl. We need to protect our girl from that pedophile. But then, as soon as, whoa, whoa, yeah, oh yeah, whoa. So they come on up and get stepping. Hey, da 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 da. Wait a minute. See, just like that, it's the weirdest shit. Black people be consistent. See, you know, as soon as you hear that R. Kelly song, happy people, yeah, 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 and Negroes start, keeps the world turning. They start turning and stepping. So it's almost like that. It's kind of strange how we do. I hate the president, but I'm going to keep fucking with his business partners. And I'm not saying you should like him or not. I'm just saying, pay attention to what you're doing and what you're saying. That's all. Because we had to watch black folks who claim that they hate R. Kelly. But every time when his songs came on, it's like it was a conflict. It was no conflict for me. When I heard R. Kelly's song, I was over it. But now, these days, speaking of R. Kelly, they need to free the guy and let the deed do it alone. Because in 2001 and 2, when people like me and others were standing outside protesting, saying, black folks, let's shut this fella down, he's a pedophile, I was being cussed out, and all other folks across the country who were standing up against him were being cussed out and said we're haters and what white people are paying me, and I even got verbal threats of violence. Looking at me crazy, black dudes riding around I'm standing in front of the concert in Memphis and in Dallas. They were looking at me like they wanted to get out the car and jump on me, and women yelling, leave R. Kelly alone! Why you hating on him? And he can fill over all on my booty. You know, women saying all kinds of stuff to me. But I said then, in 2002 and 3, I said, you know what, R. Kelly's not going to be punished for what he's doing until white people get involved. That's in how we always operate. When white people say, okay, that's wrong, then we say, that's right, white people said it's wrong. You know how pretty much like the Trump thing? Liberal whites told black people, he's evil for y'all, he bad for y'all. Y'all shouldn't even like him. Then they hired a few plantation Negroes, Ava DuVernay and Oprah and all these folks, me too, me too, me too, and Tanera Burks that look like KRS-2, they call her, not KRS-1, but KRS-2. People are cruel on the internet. They got all those folks, so now, and they threw in a Harvey Weinstein. Well, Harvey Weinstein could have had it, but the white folks knew about Harvey Weinstein 30 years ago. But they threw him in just to kind of throw us off, because they wanted R. Kelly. Now, and everybody was in that damn, according to Jack Wright and everybody else is on the block, say all them heifers that was in there, including his wife, they all was in on that. When the money ran out, now they mad. Did y'all see the fight with the two girls like, yeah, we got to leave this condo? They was mad because they was getting put out the condo and they get to fighting each other. And then she wants to yell, you were trying to have sex with me. You were trying. Now you want to tell it, little mama. Now the money's run out. You got to take your little broke ass back home. See, all these games is being played. And so you want to throw in Dr. Cosby for no reason at all. You want to throw in Harvey Weinstein, who should have had his ass in jail long time ago. But I ain't heard about him. I think he's somewhere locked up, but they don't really mention it. He hadn't been sentenced to anything. He's just holding, I guess, until the sentence. I don't know. But, and all of a sudden now they want to go out to folks, or act like they really want to go out to folks. So I'm saying, leave R. Kelly. Let him out. He's been in jail long enough. Black people have moved on. They made all the money they can make. Let the 52, 53-year-old man back out. Let him go on tour. Let him get back on. Because, see, right now, everybody knows that, what he's about. Well, we knew about it then. But now he's been put on complete blast. And do I think that he's going to stop messing with young girls? Hell no. But young girls can be 18, 19. So it's not against the law to knock down 18, 19 when you're 53 and you're an R&B star and famous and got money. They gonna, just like they did, they gonna keep running him. Now we want to expect him to, hey, little mama, you should be a sophomore in college somewhere, a freshman in college somewhere, little mama, gone. No, we can't put that expectation on him. We can't put the expectation of R. Kelly to turn away some 18 to 20-year-old cuckoo. It's and when you're rich and famous, the baddies seem to come your way. You hear me? Or famous or popular or something. So, so everybody else needs to be mindful of their minor girls. See, a lot of these folks were sending their minor girls to R. Kelly and don't want to tell the truth, trying to get that little fame. He's helping her with her music career, but how come he was there late at night in the damn studio with a 15-year-old, 14-year-old? We can't watch them wherever they go. Well, y'all need to do some better parenting. You can't keep your 14-year-old daughters away from 30-year-old men. Well, what's going on? Where's the father? Where's the stable household? You understand how this works? A lot of times, the parents don't want to take a look at what they're doing. Hold on a second, I'm gonna grab this squig right here. Nobody want to take a look at what they're doing. They will put it all on the villain. And so, shout out to Mary Max for that thermos, right on. And so, but we're going to take some responsibility for our minors. And I'm saying, and you know what, that'll be a great little cause for me to jump on. I'll stand outside, and I'll do it, free R. Kelly. Might as well, because man, what is he in jail for? Come on. Now this little Hispanic or white dude and jumped on the man, and then he comes out and admitted that he did it for clout. Get that man out of there. I think they're about to let him out, but they want to probably try to hurt him or something where he can't think anymore or can't function. I wouldn't put nothing past none of this shit, because they know they can't hold it, brother. Will I be at an R. Kelly concert? Well, I've never been in an R. Kelly concert because it's a concert for women. They want to go in there and hear, feeling on your booty, 12 play. They want to hear all of that. And so let the ladies have it. But guess what? His concert's going to sell out again. Did I tell y'all women, they promote homosexuality and obviously pedophiles? So, I'm here to say, let the brother out. Leave him alone. Don't be calling him names. Because he's done his time. I don't know if they've taken all his money, but if he pulled the OJ thing, hopefully they ain't take all his money. So leave R. Kelly alone. I may do a post on that maybe later on in the week or so or next week and just really give my whole spiel about let the guy go, man. And y'all keep y'all minor daughters in the household. Teach them about who they are, love them and hug them. And a lot of times these young girls go to these older men because they don't have any money. They're poor and their moms are poor. And so it makes them vulnerable to shit like that. Now, sure, we expect the older men like, no, little mama, I can't. No, you go on. Take your little fast ass on. You're number 14 or 15. No, that ain't how society works, y'all. I'm sorry. A lot of these young women who are in these treatment centers in jail were talking about I was prostituting myself at 12 and 13 or 14 and 15. And I guarantee you none of her customers 15. So, it's like that. But if you want to keep your daughter off the pole, keep her out of prostitution, love her and give her self-esteem and invest in her emotionally. Make her feel special and teach her some game. That's how that works. So older man is trying to talk to her. She like 14 and 15. Say, hold a minute, bro. Run and tell somebody, that motherfucker trying to ask me what's up with me and all that. Who? That motherfucker over there. And people like, hey, bro, damn, let her go and make it to school. Get your little nasty ass on to work somewhere. Or put them bees on him. That's usually how that works. So, don't blame R. Kelly anymore. And a lot of them girls he's messed with, when they come from the hood of Chicago, the hood, or wherever they live. a hood, and the little fast ass little chicks out there. No, he got money and all that. Was it boom? He told y'all he's the Pied Piper. You know the story of the Pied Piper? He played the flute, and in the story, the cartoon, they said that he rid the town of all the rats. So he'll go, and all the rats would leave because they were having a rodent problem. But in real life, it's actually that story is about a pedophile who did a sweet song and lured all the children, the minor children, away from their parents. Tell you about these story times, man, you just never know. Okay. So anyway, enough about that. And my next one, I told y'all black men, get over your contradiction. It's weird. You know how you gonna hate the president but love the NFL teams, and therefore, by proxy, loving the owners who 85% of them, majority of them, vast majority of them are Trump supporters. If you call yourself hating Trump. Number two, a lot of the NFL players. And to all you folks that's still bigging up in Drew Brees, I'm just going to, for all y'all black dudes that's still bigging up Drew Brees, this is for you. A damn shame. A damn shame. And so next, NFL players get booed. This is my final. NFL players get booed by crowds. I guess opening this past Sunday night or whatever, the first start of the damn games. And people are like, oh my God, look at them, they so racist. They show you, they don't care nothing about the murdered, unarmed black men. First of all, everybody shut the fuck up. Let's go back to 3 to 5 years ago or 4 years ago when Colin Kaepernick, a mulatto, who was trying to put it out there that, look, I'm going to use my platform and even my career possibly to bring attention to the number of unarmed black men being murdered by cops. And he said, I'm going to kneel and protest. Him and just a few others did it. And the owners and the fans, black, white, and others, what they kneeling for, this is a wrong place. Dak Prescott, side note, who now is expressed his, anyway. Dak Prescott was one of those who, well, I think that's the wrong place for that, the wrong time. And what's that little big jughead fucker over there who played Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas Cowboys? He was one that, I don't think they should be doing that. It's the wrong place, wrong time for that. You know, these mulatto, biracial, non-black guys had something to say about it. A lot of black dudes had something to say about it. The Reed guy spoke out. Then they started saying, well, how you going to talk about the NFL and you work for them? Well, just like how y'all gonna talk about Trump, but y'all keep watching the NFL. That's what they tried to say about Eric Reed, who was talking about it as well. And so, Colin came out years ago. People were so angry about them taking a knee during the national anthem in protest of cops murdering unarmed black men. And as a black man, I was concerned. But my concern as a black man didn't spread to other black men. You would think at least 20 million black men at least would identify and say, you know what? That is some bullshit. We all need to do an about face and stand up with that. These Negroes wanted to watch football, and then they let the white folks make it about, they're disrespecting the military. They're disrespecting our flag. And then that reminds me of the small speech that Fannie Lou Hamer said. You know that American flag? It is drenched in our blood. There's a lot of dead bodies because of that flag. Our blood, that flag is drenched in our blood. White folks, they're disrespecting the American flag. My mother, my son, my brother, my niece, they all served in the military and they're disrespecting them. Deflection. Then the black dudes who didn't want to be a part of the actual protests, they deflected with the white folks. You know, they fired Colin Kaepernick. They need to get Colin Kaepernick back his job. They made it about Colin Kaepernick's job instead of what he made it about. Y'all understand? See, the whole point is nobody gives a shit about black men, black boys. Not even black people. Now, we seeing it on the news, on Facebook every day. Black men being shot. About unarmed. But of course, we can debate about the numbers and all this shit about, well, you know, they kill more white folks. Yeah, we ain't talking about that shit. We talking about unarmed black men. That's not my debate. But you know, they kill just as many white. Stop it, Negro. And you know the conservative whites gonna come out with that. That's expected. They're supposed to try to defend their platform or their base or whatever the fuck. But when black folks get to talking like that, I just kind of like, you know, And so that's what happened. It was such a big controversy. Such a huge controversy. My God. And then all of a sudden, pandemic is hit. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that got these old sorry ass, these racist, disgusting team owners, because they said, including Jerry Jones, if anybody takes a knee, he'll be fired. And told the Negroes, y'all dare take a knee, fired. All the other owners said the same thing. And so, yeah, I find it troubling when I hear black dudes talking about some goddamn football and goddamn any of that, the owners. I find it very troubling. I find it weird. I don't know why. It's almost like I said, to try to get black men from fucking around with the NFL is like trying to get black women out of wearing weave. It's the same two addictions with no common sense, no reasoning behind it. It's just like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Like it's a part of who they are. I think weave is like a part of their womanhood, and NFL is like part of black men's manhood or something. It's weird. They cannot, you know, there's such a deep connection to it. And I say, hey, you can't knock the hustle, but it's like, well, goddamn, black dudes, really? So, and so now that motherfuckers losing billions of dollars, they're playing in damn near empty stadium, just trying to get that money going some kind of way. So now the owners, it's okay, y'all can lock arms. And I think even saw Jerry Jones doing a salute on a picture. I said, this shit is crazy. And black folks are going for this. It's weird. It's weird and it's just insane. Now all of a sudden, even that damn Patrick Mahomes, that little biracial guy that y'all or the Chiefs, I think, yeah, that Patrick Mahomes, that little mulatto, he was against it. And he's a Trump supporter. Y'all love him. Oh, they gave him the biggest motherfucking contract ever just because he's mulatto. Yeah, his numbers might match up, but y'all know better than I know this shit. That is bullshit. And so the thing is, he was out against it. Now all of a sudden he locking arms. See, this is what is so amazing. But motherfuckers get mad at people like me. And get mad at motherfuckers who, hell, like Malcolm X and Dr. King and Marcus Garvey and everybody that speaks up against white supremacy. You just, you know, like it destroys or interrupts your comfortability. Your accepted norm under white racism. Your accepted comfortable place under white racism. We point this out. So now that Massa said it's okay, now you sorry, no, you got mad when Trump called you this. You sons of bitches. Now you sons of bitches are locking arms in protest. Get out of here. That shit is fake. It's Hollywood scripted, and you don't mean it. Just like the white woman told LeBron James on Fox News. She told him, what's that, Laura Ingram, shut up and dribble. Y'all niggas shut up and run those plays. Shut up and run down the field. Shut up and catch a touchdown. Shut up and block. Shut up and zigzag in formation, goddammit. Shut up and play. I don't want to hear it. Now Massa's giving y'all permission to do it. Now y'all want to do it. I'm glad they booing y'all ass. If I was out there, I'd boo y'all ass. Because it's fake, it's insincere, and all you worried about is your paycheck. You don't give a fuck about nobody else. When it was time for you Negroes to stand up and be men, you was scared. And then the black community didn't help no better. Well, you know how they gonna take care of their families? How they gonna continue to live? What the fuck you mean? Them walking off their job is like me walking off, not like me walking off my job. Them motherfuckers already got $30 to $50 million in the bank. They can walk off 5 motherfucking jobs. See how weird that is? They got to feed their family. Just him and his 2 little boys. Fuck you mean? They already fed. It's weird. So I hope they continue. One thing I can say about white folks, they're very consistent in their racism. Those who behave that way, they're very consistent. Shut up and play, Negro. That's what I know. You can't take it away from white folks. No, they're racist. They don't call them racist. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Because you had your chance to be a man. You had your chance to stand up against racism. When that mulatto Colin Kaepernick stood up, now you don't say, well, he doing it because he's a suck-ass third-string quarterback anyway. He doing it because whatever it is, he still brought light to the situation. See, y'all expected Colin to get out there on the front lines and hold pistols and all that. No. He put the word out there. He used his huge platform to put the word out there. It was our job to go and take it further. But the black attorneys, what the black feminists at? None of them, All these strong black intelligent folks that all try to buck to get jobs on MSNBC and CNN, you hear none of them. See, he wasn't supposed to get out there and do the fighting, goddamn. He made the call. And the rest of, oh yeah, let's go and do this. He didn't open it up. So let's 10 million black men stand up and start getting these laws changed. No. Negroes gonna sit around in the barbershop on the corner and everywhere else and debate. Well, you know the man, here, how them folks supposed to play, man? They need, man, bring it back to football, man. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with the American Negro. I've always said it. And I know what it is. 1555 to 1865. Niggas been intellectually and mentally crushed. And so all we think, we scared of that white man. Just gonna say that and then I'll stop talking. Just say, I need 15 million black men to just say, look, man, we scared of the white man, Rico. All right, okay. That's why we be doing this contradictory shit. We act tough with each other, but as soon as white man speaks, well, we don't want to say nothing because it might ruin our chance of getting a job. Instead of 15 million of us getting together and creating jobs. So yeah, shut the fuck up about the fans booing them. Good, keep booing them sons of bitches. Keep booing them. They need it. If I attended the game, I would be right next to Whitey wearing a MAGA hat. I wouldn't be wearing the hat, but the white person wearing the MAGA hat, I'll be booing just as loud as them. Because I'm booing for another reason, because y'all cowards. I don't want to see that shit. Just shut the fuck up. Don't do it. And also, you Negroes out there talking about they need to play the national black anthem. You don't even know the whole words to your own goddamn anthem. So why would they play the Negro anthem and all of us be mouthing the words wrong? Let our rejoicing rise high as the glimmering sky, now glistening sky. We don't even know the words. So just cut it out, please, this convenient blackness. The folks who died before us didn't have convenient blackness. They were black, period. But we're black, all of us are so spoiled from all the work and the deaths of those people that came before us. We're so multicultural that we're real black when ain't nobody looking. Yeah, that's right, black, behind my TV and computer screen. Yeah, we black, but out in the public, well, there's room for all of us. We can all be here together. It doesn't have to be all black. It can be, because we're a people. Oh, don't forget brown. It's black and brown. No, come on, man. All right. It's time for me to start jogging, but I thank those of you who came on. Don't forget your boy's book is out. Mess with me. I know after some of the stuff I said, some of you changed your mind. I run that risk every day, but I don't give a shit, because one thing about it, like Otis Williams told David Ruffin, there's no one man who's bigger than the group, and I'm not bigger than all of our people. So, people don't want to support me because of my thoughts and opinions about our behaviors and expectations I have of us. Well, so may it be, I guess. So it is what it is, but it'll be great. It's a good story. Check it out. It's on my Facebook page. This one, my other one that you're seeing it right now, it's on there right now. Just go and read the story, just like the excerpt, and it tells you through my Cash App and PayPal. Send your boy $10 with an email address, and I'll send the PDF file, the story, to you. So in the meantime, thank y'all so much, those of you who participated in this live, and please share it. And I'm feeling a little different, because at first I was feeling kind of headachy, but I'm telling you, when you get it off your mind and you walk it out, Shit, I mean, make sure, man, they're walking in that sun and the melanin. Good God Almighty. So anyway, mess with me on the book. Mess with me on the PayPal and the Cash App, and I will talk to y'all. If you haven't gone to my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist, I did a conversation last night with my man Dominique Huff from Dominique Magazine. Check us out, having a conversation about all sorts of things. But other than that, thank y'all so much, and we'll talk again in the future, all right? Peace.